Everything happens for a reason. I mean, hey, the more I realize that, the more I try to not have a reaction to things, because I just filmed a whole video and go to edit it, and what did I do? Didn't turn on the mic. So now today's video is how everything just happens for a reason. Whatever happens, it's meant to be for you. Whatever goes on in your life is 100% happening for a reason. And we forget to gauge on this in our realities in general, because I feel like we're so used to having a negative mindset, having other people have negative mindsets, watching the news that has a negative mindset. All these things are revolving around negativity, and that is purely a choice that we can make. That's the one thing that's very beautiful about this reality. I won't even say the one thing. It's one of the most beautiful things in this reality. We get to create it. Whatever we're taking as negativity, we're taking it in as negativity. That's on us for taking it in that manner. It doesn't have to normally be that way. It's completely up to us on how we perceive the world. So if you want to take it from a negative standpoint, respect, but also realize you're not gaining anything from that negative mindset. What you are doing is only pushing negativity, which is pushing positivity further and further and further and further away from you. Because you have to understand, no matter what your reaction is, I could have been mad as fuck, I could have been upset that this happened and I didn't film the video right, but why would I have that reaction when I can completely redo it? I can just turn the camera on again and start talking again. And it's the same thing with anything. It all depends on how you perceive it. It all depends on how you want to make this situation. Because we have to understand this reality is ours. So if we're gonna strictly push out negativity, if we're gonna strictly see everything as a negative, all those things are gonna revolve into more negatives. And it's just gonna be a loop and a growing pain that you are going through. Sometimes you just have to sit down and be okay with what happens. Sometimes you have to genuinely put it into perspective that it already happened. Those things that you seem to be upset about, it was already dealt to you. Those cards were handed. So instead of having a crazy reaction, getting upset, and not doing the thing that you were originally gonna do, or backing away because maybe it doesn't feel right anymore, just deal with it. Say, okay, that's fine. Maybe that wasn't meant to be. Maybe it's a lesson. Maybe it's something that was meant to happen for more to come out of it. Because that is how you need to perceive your existence. Everything is happening for a reason. It's all a lesson. This world brings you these problems for a reason. The universe is constantly testing you. That's the one thing that we forget to realize. Everything we're going through is being thrown at us for reasons that are well beyond our control. So embrace it, live through it, look at it as a positive instead of strictly seeing these things as negatives. Shift your perspective and be that higher version of yourself, because that's who's gonna grow the most. That's who is going to actually grow beyond this person that we are now. It's all up to us. It's all up to our own realities, our own brains. And we tend to forget that we're completely in control of all these things. So why not control it in a positive manner instead of strictly pumping out negativity that's gaining us absolutely nothing? So when you find yourself in one of these scenarios, sit back, look at the scenario. Don't even react. Process it before you react, and then have a reaction. Realize why it's happening. Comprehend, okay, it did in fact happen, and it's perfectly okay that it did happen. So let's figure out how to get through this, instead of completely lashing out and being upset at what's going on around you. Remember, it's all up to you. Whatever your perspective may be is going to be the reality that you choose. It's going to be the reality that is. So choose one that's going to benefit you and not lead you to your own downfall.